Good day, good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. I'm your host, Willy Canuck, on a return flight this time. Well, what do I mean by that? I was away on holiday. Hope you're all doing well. I thought I'd wear a hat for the occasion. I was away to Kefalonia, and it was lovely weather, but I'll tell you, the sun was beating down, and I saw this hat, and I thought, well, gotta have that. So, and you know, it's kind of like an Aussie oceanic style hat, so I thought, hey, what the heck, let's get into the spirit of things for our trip from Auckland to Christchurch. Big shout out to Dan. He says, hello, almost a two-tone Murphy style, hello. Brian Dyer's in there. He says, morning folks, how you doing, Brian? Great to see you. And Nighthawk, I can see you on the tarmac as well, Nighthawk. Morning everyone, he says. And Bubba, how you doing, Bubba? Evening aviators, well, morning for Willy. Yes, it is morning for me, but I hope you guys down under are doing okay. Now, I don't have anybody on Vox with me today. It's usually Dan, but I think, Dan, you're at work, aren't you? So you're probably just watching the stream on the sly. However, there is a VIP voice that is available for some people. So if you can see that in our Discord server and you want to jump on, Nighthawk, you're definitely on that list. So if you want to hop on and talk with me as we go through the flight today, you're more than welcome. But if you just want to chat, along with the flight, that's fine too. It's completely up to you. I'm very flexible that way. Anyway, it looks like a bit of a hazy day in Auckland today, and the weather in Christchurch isn't too clever either. Last time I looked at the Metar, I think it was rain and quite low clouds. But now this is Auckland. This is not a custom airport. I don't know if this was updated with the Oceanic update, but I suspect probably not. It looks relatively basic, but it looks okay. It's not too bad. And today, just to switch it up, I'm back to the fly-by-wire A320. I've been missing Airbus. I've been flying the PMDG so much, and I thought, hey, let's share some love and get back on the Airbus as well. However, I can see Nighthawk. It looks like he is in the 737, which is totally cool as well. Or is that? Oh no, is it Airbus 320? Is that? Anyway, it's all good. It's all good. It all flies the same, gets us up in the air. It looks like a 737. Dan says, had I not been duped into working on a day off, I'd be with you. Yeah, no worries, mate. Sometimes money's helpful. Brian says they're getting smoke from the Canadian fires also. Yeah, I guess. You never know. It's a lot of smoke. It's certainly annoying a lot of the Americans on the northern border, that's for sure. Nighthawk says, I'm in the 339 in positive rate livery. Oh, right. I wonder why that's not coming up for some reason. That's strange. I don't know. Unless there was a headwind update, I don't think I've done that yet, so possibly that's what's impacting it. Anyway, we'll pretend that we can see what you're actually flying. At least you're a jet. That's a start, You're not showing up as like a helicopter. DarkFury's just come. He says, Maury, apologies, won't be flying. Work soon. Yeah, understand, Dark. We are debating internally about possibly doing a Thursday stream just so we can get Nick and Dark back on, because they're kind of missing out for work reasons. So we'll definitely look at that. In the meantime, though, I'll take you through the flight plan. So it is a let me get up my my handy dandy Navigraphy. And I'll show you what we're going to do today. So we are taking off from Auckland, and we're going to be using the Steel 1P departure, transitioning through Carl. And this pretty much takes us on a almost direct south route, kind of somewhat southwesterly, to the other island, which we will be doing I think we're doing the Peaks arrival in for this one, so that kind of gives us a shift to the east a bit as we come into New Zealand. But if we look at the arrival, there's the Peaks there, so that kind of comes in that way, and then we'll transition through to Adubu, which will put us at our platform altitude 2,000 feet to intercept the ILS into runway 02, folks. That's where we're going today, runway 02. And that's an 016 on the bearing as well. Lemon Wolf, he's in there. Good afternoon, he says. Good afternoon, Lemon Wolf. Where are you to say good afternoon? Are you down in Oz? Because I would think it'd be kind of coming up evening there, or maybe it's afternoon. Let me know whereabouts roughly you are. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today, and then just to give you a runway, there's runway 2. So there is a runway 11 and 29. I was looking at this on SimBrief the other day, but that seems like an awfully short runway. A nice long runway is always helpful. So that's what we're going to do. But that's what SimBrief gave us for the weather today anyway, so it all works out. Local time for me is 12:07, so is that just after lunchtime? Is that? Oh, so you must be in Europe then, further in Europe. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we're how we're going to roll today, folks. So Nighthawk, let me know if you're more or less ready to push back, and we'll probably get going shortly. Tony Beddoes in there. He says, Willy, Canuck, and Positive Rate, greetings from Western Australia. Tony, g'day, mate. How are you? Great to have you along. I hope you're doing okay. I've been watching Sit Squad, and actually they're broadcasting right now. So if you want something to kind of look at while we're cruising along, that's pretty cool. But they are gangbusters. 53,000 subs. Wow! And when I first met these guys, lovely guys, all of them. Kurt, Tim, Nigel, and there's another one there, Matt. You know, when I first got to know them, they were just shy of 2,000 subs when I first met them. They were doing flight sim over COVID because they couldn't do plane spotting, obviously. And I had them on my radio show when I was a presenter for Sky Blue, so we got to know each other pretty well. And just, I mean, amazing what they're doing now. Kurt's the main guy at Sydney, I think, when he's doing the camera. But he's an awesome presenter, and they've just become so popular. I mean, on an average day, 1,000 viewers at any given moment, so it's really good. Big congrats to them if they're watching anyway. Nighthawk says, ready to go. Okay, looks like you're landing on 20 and not 02. Oh, does it? I shall check. No, 02. I got 02 programmed in, so we'll double check it when I get up in the air anyway. Emoji. yeah. Okay, so I'll bring up I think the sim noise is pretty loud. The music seems a bit touch loud, so bring that down just a little bit. And so final checks, we have 125 passengers today, I believe. So we're running relatively full, but not overly so. And I still need to put in performance here. Wait a minute. So I'll just bring in that weight because that will now be final. Tailwind of 5 knots today, and I'm going to be taking about 5,000 kilos of fuel. All from Oz. So many good streamers these days. Sid Squad, Oz Flight Simulator, Big Jackal Gaming. Well, yeah, they're all from Oz. Yeah, that's probably the ones you usually see, Tony. I know tons of great streamers all around the world, and that's one of the great things about being a content creator, is all the friendships that I've made with people pretty much everywhere, actually. India, even. You know, it's a great community we have. Really, really cool. Anyway, okay, I think we're ready to go. Now, I got to remember how to fly this thing, of course. So, anyway, we'll get the seat belts on there. I'm going to pump for the APU. I'm going to put the beacon light on, and we'll start up that APU now.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
We can also get the pushback truck to come in, so let's go do that now. And so one thing I love about the fly-by-wire is the inbuilt pushback functionality. It just it's really, really handy, and it's simple. It's not anything complicated, but it works really well. So right back to what you're. So we're running 2-3 left. So we're going to push back with the nose to the right, and then head along Alpha. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. Yeah. So we are there, so we're going to push back to the right. We'll take Alpha all the way down to Alpha 1, pick up the 2-3 left departure and straight out, and then on to our Steel 1P departure from there. Initial climb to 5,000 feet. So behind this, guys, I'm going to let you stay, but I want you to keep things civil. But anyway, I'll answer the question. It's going fine. The family holiday was really nice in Greece, so thanks for asking that. Lemon Wolf says that livery looks really cool. I don't like fictional liveries, but this one looks spot on. This is the Positive Rate one. Yeah. This is, you know, Paintgenix does this for us through DarkFury. He's absolutely brilliant. The headwinds one, it's unfortunately we can't see that one because that's actually better. But yeah, I don't think we have a bad livery, really. They're all really fantastic, and they're all free. There's a link in the show notes, or best place to go is in the Discord. We have a liveries channel or server or whatever in there. So if you click on the liveries, you'll be able to get anything that we have, which is all the variants for the PMDG actually, which is amazing work. Lemon Wolf says, yeah, guessing DarkFury worked on it. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Dan says, hopped into the Phoenix the other day. It was a weird experience going back to Airbus SOPs. Yeah, I can imagine. For all the attention I pay to SOPs anyway, you know me, I'm a bit of a cowboy. Hence the hat. Anyway, okay, let's get our head back in the game. So we have power now. We can just take off that external power. We'll put on the fuel pumps. Seatbelts are already on, oxygen's on, everything is good that way. We've got the beacon light on, so I think we can start rocking and rolling. Change that to start, and we shall say, take us backwards, sir. And engine 1. Okay, here we go. I was waiting there to say, is this engine actually going to start? Did I miss anything? But yes, it is absolutely starting up, so that's fine. Nighthawk, I think. Oh yeah, he's being very patient and waiting for me. That's fine. Thank you for that, sir. Whoop! Come on, get back. Left. Oh. Gonna do that on me again, are you? Okay. Slightly buggy. Actually, I think we could stand to go back a bit faster here. Hang on. We'll get there. It's Legacy livery you like the most? Really? Oh. Is that the one, like the one that was on the opening banner? Yeah, I kind of liked it, but Dark, for some reason, after he did it, he felt somewhat dissatisfied with it, and decided that he wanted to do a different kind of scheme. So that's when he started doing the special red livery, which seems to be a fairly common flow now for liveries. But I mean, at the end of the day, we give him a lot of flexibility because ultimately he's doing such a wonderful job for us. We would like to let him spread his wings in terms of his creativity. But you know, as far as I'm concerned, it looks great. And even if I ran an airline, it's unlikely to have any input over what the livery was going to be anyway. Behind the skies, hello, Willy. Yes, I see you behind the skies. Hello, Lemon Wolf, the one on the thumbnail. Oh, right. Yes, yeah, that's the original A320 livery. Then, yeah, that's right. Okay, we will set those parking brakes now. The tug can go away, so we'll let him depart, and we'll bring in engine 2. And Christian's just jumped in. How you doing, Christian? He says, if you let him spread his wings, you'll end up with a generic Ryanair livery. I don't think the man's capable. I don't think he is, Christian. I think he's got too much respect. I don't think he's ever done a Ryanair livery. Have you, Dark? Have you done a diner? Yeah, Dark said, there you go. He says, the old livery was nice, but more of a retro one. Yeah, sure. We should actually re-release that as just PR retro A320 or something like that, just so we don't forget our roots and give people the opportunity to fly it. He has done a Griggs livery. That's not far off. Touche? Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know what possessed the man, but I think that was just boredom, Christian. Yeah, we got 2 good engine starts, so that can come back. We're going to put flaps into, or speed brakes rather, into arm. Ooh, a little bit of paperwork here today as well. So we got flaps 1 we'll go with. Not using flex, we'll just use toga. So that will give us our V speeds. 132 for takeoff. Or yeah, we are a bit lighter today by the looks of it. You can also do takeoff config just so yeah, that's complaining about the flaps, but that's okay. We'll sort that in a minute. Let's get our taxi lights on there, and we'll start moving. Do it Wizz Air bright pink. Ugh. Yeah. Is Wizz Air still going? Or am I thinking of WoW? One of them actually collapsed, I think, but I can't remember which one it was. Nighthawk's off behind us. He should probably start falling. You forgot this as well. Oh, Yorkshire Airlines. I might actually get that one. Where is that available, Dark? Do you have that on Flight Sim TO? Should drop a link in the chat for that at the Yorkshire Airlines. I love that because there's that YouTube sketch comedy that was like a fake Yorkshire Airlines ad. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, well collapsed. Thanks, Dan. Or Nighthawk, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, it's on Flight Sim TO. Okay, cool. Okay. Drifting off the center line on this taxiway a bit, so we'll get back on. Dan's or Nighthawk following us. Oh, he's got a different tag. You know why? Because I'm not on Alpha. That's why. He's doing the right thing. I just suddenly realized that. I guess we better take the next exit. Dan says I have Dark under Captain Boycott on my contact list. Well, the only thing we boycotted, I think, was Burger King, and specifically Burger King in airports. That was our big initiative as Positive Rate, is to say we don't like Burger King. Although I think we have probably been to Burger King since, but not in the airport. Not in the airport. What 7? Oh, I've got the 600. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Strange. Why you did it specifically for the 700 version? Okay. Thought you would have done it for the 800, if anything. I'm tempted to get the 800, but I'm waiting for something to go on sale or someone to slip me a voucher, because I just can't really justify the 70 quid or whatever it is. You'll make a 600 version, okay? No pressure, no pressure. And I don't want a Greg's one. You can keep that. That's fine. Okay, we're both on the correct taxiway now. Let's get those flaps out. So we will go flaps 1. And we're getting close to takeoff here, so we'll alert the crew. Set max for auto brakes. And what else we got? Takeoff config test, so we'll run that again. Okay, and this is our stop line, so just bring the airplane off here. Keep meaning to delete that bloody song. Go away. Okay. It really throws off my concentration when that music comes on. Lemon Wolf said, oh, sorry, Christian says, they are pretty insane liveries in real life where I can just shake my head. However, I kind of like those Japanese Pokemon liveries. On the 747s, yeah, Japan does some weird ones. It's so much that it's already a good. It's so much that it's already good again, right? Lemon Wolf says I have the 800, and now I'm waiting for the Max to release. As far as the 7, Max, you could be waiting a while. Lemon Wolf, I think 777 will be the first thing to come because the Max is a completely different cockpit. It's much more akin to the 787. Dan says, oh no, he's replying to Brian. Okay, okay, let's. Get the landing lights on, runway turn off, and strobe, and nose to take off. Oh, I left the APU on, so we can take that off. Give the cabin crew one more ding, just to let them know we're ready to go. Take off, config test, everything good. Park brake set, yes. But we will put on predictive wind shear. Put on our transponder and put our TCAS on the TARA, and we are ready to rock and roll, folks. Hopefully. And we'll see if we get a good look at Auckland as we're flying over. I do have the Orbix Auckland city scenes scenery in, but I don't know if we're going to get a clear look at it, unfortunately, as we take off from here. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll just line up here. We'll get a rolling start going. 50%. Here we go. E1, rotate. Auto's right, gear up. Bring an autopilot there. Flap 0. Should activate chrono there, so we'll put that on. Let's see if we get a quick look of. Let's bring those sim noises down a bit. You can see Nighthawks lining up. We got someone flying the dark thing, whatever it was. Dan says, I get absolutely destroyed on FS Elite by an angry mob of what I assume is Xbox player because I said you don't need an EFB for the PMDG. Well, you don't really need an EFB per se, but I think my opinion is that it's a gold standard for add-ons for Flight Simulator. I think, especially if it's an airliner, I think it's awfully useful to have. And it probably makes more sense if more EFBs brought in Navigraph integration, because then that would actually be something pragmatic and more likely that you would use in the cockpit as a pilot. But just from a sim perspective, I think it's a lot easier because obviously, climb thrust. Look at that! Love the water intertwining through the city here. As I say, it doesn't really take us over Auckland particularly, so I can't really see much. I think it must be behind us. Christian says, I'm kind of glad that Microsoft 2024 will be released now because York said they have reached the possible limits for what they want. Yeah, exactly. And I've mentioned this many times. I've said this on a couple other streams. I've said this on this stream that I think they are in a patch cycle now where they're really trying to just band-aid things that they want to do, but they can't really because they're limited. So the interview that York did in Texas was really interesting, and actually there was a lot of information in that, and he was explaining a lot of things about how the aircraft are going to be a lot more flexible, and you know, now that after seeing that, I'm really excited, because one of the things it mentions, and there was a mention that there was a performance increase with aircraft, and I couldn't really understand what he meant by that, if he actually just meant like the aircraft performed better, or if there was actual like FPS improvement. And it sounds like it will be an FPS improvement, because the way that they're doing it now is that the standard model, which is kind of loosely based on the original Flight Simulator, has a series of things that define the aircraft, and some aircraft don't need everything, right? But you have to load it all anyway. What he's saying with the new model is you only define what the aircraft actually has. So if it's a helicopter, you're not going to define anything for the wings, or you know, etc. Or if it's an airplane, you don't have to. Or if it's a jet, you don't have to say anything for the props. You know, so it will reduce the amount of memory and data and things that the sim has to churn through, which sounds pretty cool. Yeah. And he's on the EFB, says I don't understand the whole EFB thing. I'd rather use a second screen. Well, I do that anyway. I just like it just for things like getting the plane prepped. I think that's where I find it really useful. Dark says an EFB does not fly the plane. How do you think they fly without tablets? Wanting an EFB with this generation, can't do anything without technology. No, yeah, I guess. I think it's just for loading. PMDG is still accomplishing these things through the FMC, but you wouldn't do that through the FMC. You know what I mean? Like it's they've just, that's the way that they decided to set it up. But it's a fudge, right? And so if you're gonna do it through the FMC, you might as well just have an EFB, or just tell everyone to go to the standard weight screens and do it that way. Anyways, we are at 5,000 now. There were constraints here. I'm just going to check. I think we might be past them, so we'll take it up to our cruise altitude, which is I have no idea actually. What's our cruise altitude today? Flight level 380. Yes, please. Let's go. And I know we're not above 10,000, but I think we can let those seatbelts off soon. But I'll release the cabin crew anyway, because they'll want to start getting things prepped in the cockpit or in the cabin. Bubba says EFB is more about controls outside the actual AC system. In real life, EFBs are more about maps, logs, and all the paperwork you would carry in flight case. Yeah, exactly. That's what it's supposed to be, electronic flight bag. That's basically what it is, right? So, Christian says, what I wonder is, will Microsoft 2024 like a recycled base software from Microsoft 2020, or is it much more of a self-build software, because that was a huge performance? Yeah, I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. So there's going to be a lot of things that are the same in 2020, but they're kind of rejigging things, so it will still support legacy, but it's going to give a lot more flexibility. We'll just have to wait and see. But obviously you're not going to completely reinvent the whole sim, because it is a pretty good sim as it is now. But they've just, looking back and seeing what they built and seeing what they've patched, and like any developer, they just think, well, there's some things we could do better, and that's what they want to do, so that's great. Right, take a quick look behind me. I can see Nighthawk's in the skies. He's probably ahead of me in terms of altitude, because I started climbing late. I can see VNAV's taking us up to our cruise speed, so we can turn all that off. I think we'll probably release the passengers as well. And we'll take it up to cruising altitude. And we'll go standard there. Oop. Come on. Okay. So we're still flying through our standard departure here. Carl's the last point on that, and then we'll head off on plan. And we'll go en route. Cool, right. Oh, Dan says spoilers are still armed, by the way. Oh, right, okay. Let's turn those off. Anything else? Is my coffee there, though? Yeah, I got my Tim Hortons. That's all right. I'm good to go there. Looks like Q&H isn't too different for Christchurch, so that's cool. Right. So, does anybody notice the change that's happened on this flight? Does anybody actually notice what's new? I'm just curious. I'm not going to tell you. What's different about this stream than previous ones? Can anybody answer that one? That's a trivia question. That's not really. The hat. Technically correct. Yes. The hat is different. No, I mean, it's not the hat. No, it's not the hat. What do you think of my hat, Shane? The only thing I'm missing is a kangaroo with a saddle, you know? Now, there's something different about the stream. I'll give you a hint, it's not what I'm wearing. But it's something I've never done before, and I actually managed to get it up and running and customized in about half an hour, which was flight details. There you go. Yeah, Shane's got it. The overlay. That's it. There you go, Dad. It's what you are not wearing. Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So, yep, I got that brushed up today. I actually did some image editing because there was kind of a default that I've customized a bit, changed the colors about. But yeah, I hope you guys think it's okay. If it looks okay, I didn't want to make it too kind of bold or in the way. Just something that's really discreet. But more importantly, it's the hat, Shane says. What music is playing? Not Oz. So, yeah, actually, let's see if we can get some blues stuff going here in just a moment. I feel like I'm more in a blues mood today. Something to chill out to a bit. Ah, we're talking. There you go. Shane, what software are you using for that? It is a completely free thing called Fly Live Dashboard. Fly Live Studio, yeah. No, it's not the Volanta one. No. And you basically just bring it into directly into OBS, Shane, as a browser source. But it allows you to customize it, so it's got a whole editing tool, and you can customize it. But you can use your own backing images as well. So I haven't done anything too fancy today because I just wanted to try and get up for the stream this morning. I literally had 30 minutes to make it work or not, and I was able to make it work and customize the colors. So there is a level of customization there, but not a heck of a lot. I used it before many moons ago. Okay. Yeah, it seems all right. I mean, I get just it's kind of a standard thing, when you're flying airliners. So, wrong thing. Getting a little glare from that sun there. See, Dan's still climbing. That reminds me, what altitude are we at? We are at 25,000. Okay. Okay. I feel like I've forgotten something and I have no idea why. I have no idea. I don't think I have. That's the problem with Airbus, is it's it's so automated. With a PMDG, there's always something. It's usually about this point you get out. Your passengers are dead. You haven't turned on the backs. But now we're everything's off. We're all looking good. So I don't know what's really. Oh, Dan coming in with £3.50. Dan, thank you. I thought you were supposed to be working, mate. What are you doing? Oh, Dan, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Absolutely brilliant of you. Yeah, again, we'll put that in the chitties so we can keep using the memes and all that kind of thing. This one's for you, mate.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You're babysitting contractors, so that sounds horrible. Making sure they're not slacking off on a Saturday shift, eh? As Nick would say, wow. Come on, Dark, get in the spirit. I'm gonna do 2 more actually, just to give a bit more variety. Oh, there he is, Nick. Wow. On this day in 2023, Nick said, wow. Oh man. See, this is you know, as presenter, this is my job to completely humiliate myself. You guys don't have to do that, right? I know there's got to be a comment on the back of that. I've just put myself wide open there. I'll tell you what I am really looking forward to, though. Of course, we are having a get-together Positive Rate team next week in Manchester, and really looking forward to getting together with all the guys. We've got a lot of supporters coming, and a lot of mutual friends from EasyJet SimPilot coming as well. So that's going to be an absolute blast. Looking forward to doing that, absolutely. Dark says, did the Tim Hortons cup have alcohol in it? No. I'm just naturally weird. I think that's what my son always says. Dad, you're just naturally weird. I'm like, oh, cheers, mate. Lemon Wolf says, that's the point, you're right. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How's Nighthawk doing? Well, I think he's pretty much pacing me for altitude. No, he's maybe about 4,000 behind now. How heavy are you flying, Nighthawk? Did you fly a full cabin, or you just half full? That no doesn't sound serious. 100% bourbon confirms, says Christian. I cannot confirm or deny any accusations. No. I'm trying to think if I at least had a beer when I did it, but no, I don't think I did. Guys, is the music too loud? Let me know. I can turn it down. It's loud in my ear, but maybe I'm just overreacting. Nighthawk says I have 427 passengers. Whoa, that's a lot for 330. It seemed pretty heavy, yeah. I'd wondered that because I was looking at you're kind of ahead of me on your altitude. Now you're well behind me, so. Jayhog, there he is. Hi, Jayhog. Greetings from Metal Hill. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, we're doing great, Jayhog. How are you, mate? Thanks for dropping in. And Christian says sound is good, right? Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Dan, last alcohol I had was Guinness alcohol free. I'll tell you what, I've had that. That's actually not bad. It's not bad at all. It's a lot more drinkable than DarkFury. Dark coming in with a £5 donation, mate. Thank you so much. It really helps. I do want to keep the Streamlabs Premium stuff, which gives us all our memes. It gives us Kermit. So you know, this really does help out, and I really appreciate that, Dark. This one's for you, mate.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. Really appreciate that. Really helps. And you know, again, thanks to Dan earlier who donated as well. Nick, wow. Oh, here goes Captain Relish. Yep. I can't remember what I was saying earlier. It doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. Let's have a look at the window, shall we? Look at that. Lovely. Quite like the scenery in New Zealand is really cool. Christian says you were about to praise Guinness alcohol free. Yeah, I've tried it because I was at a I went out for dinner, but I was driving, so I just saw that they had it, so I tried it. But yeah, it was really nice. It's not too bad at all. Jayhawk says I'm good, just not at home. Yeah, you're never at home, mate. Your wife drags you everywhere. Actually, on that, Jayhawk, how is your wife? Is she doing okay? Hopefully, getting slipped up. Hopefully she's recovering well. Dan says, yeah, it's actually not too bad for alcohol-free stuff, exactly. Expected to be worse. Yeah, I mean, if you look at, there's all sorts of them now. There's like Heineken Zero, Carlsberg Zero. All of them, I generally don't like them. I think they're kind of nasty, but the Guinness one more or less tastes like Guinness, so it's not bad at all. Christian says it's better than American Bud Light. However, that's not a high standard. No. I used to drink a lot of Budweiser when I was younger, and now I think it's just as I've gotten used to, you know, nicer beers and ales and stuff like that. Now I can't stand Budweiser. I hate it. It's absolutely awful. And even I can maybe tolerate one, but it has to be like super cold. Like I'm talking 1 degree above zero. Otherwise, it just tastes like it just I get it. It's awful. Don't want it. Which will be interesting to see what pints they have on offer at the location that we're going to, gentlemen, next week. Because I was looking at the pictures. It looks really nice. Jayhawk says, yeah, she's okay. Thinks back to normal a while. See you Thursday. Bye. P.S. I'm going shopping alone for me. Right. Okay. So even when you don't have to go shopping with your wife, you're still leaving us. Oh, Bubba. Mate, you just put us over the line for 2 months of Streamlabs Premium. Bubba, oh, my God, thank you so much, mate. Absolutely amazing. 26 pounds. Huge thank you. This one's for you, buddy.
Thank you.
26 pounds. Huge thank you to Bubba. That really helps with the stream. It's going to keep us going for another couple months, which is absolutely perfect. Thank you again. Yeah, you know what? This is it's an Australian charm, isn't it? Christian says you need a weekend in Germany. Yes, yeah, Beer Guard. Yeah, used to get good. Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. Yeah, I'd love to go to Germany for the ales. Dan says that deserves a live dance. You're probably right. Let me see if I can find something. I don't know if I have any dancey stuff. That's a problem. But I'll try. Do, 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 do. Yeah, there you go. Australian style. I just realized I don't have my disco show, but scene. I don't think I actually did that one. I carried that over from Streamlabs. But yeah, there you go, Bubba. Thank you. And of course,
some real big bubbles.
That's also goes out to Dan and J-Hog as well. Big, huge, or Dark, I should say. Huge thanks to everybody for all your donations today. Absolutely crap, just amazing. Thank you guys. Really, really helps. Really helps. Oh, look at that! Wow. Just that's amazing. Is anybody got New Zealand knowledge that can tell me what that peak is? That's phenomenal. I think it's a volcano, or it was a volcano. Maybe not. That's stunning. Wow. Does anyone ever recover from a weekend in a German beer garden? I know my cousin didn't. He flew to Germany before he flew to visit me, and I think he was still drunk when I picked him up off the airport. And he swore he hadn't had a drink in at least 12 hours. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Okay, let's have a look-see here. That's actually giving us an ETA as well. Cool. Erknot National Park, thank you. Thank you, Bubba. Oh, we got a top of descent now. Woohoo! Fancy. That's the first time I've ever seen it, which is really cool. I'm gonna turn on rain radar as well. Which we don't need it right now. I just wish we could get weather working, because that's what I really miss. Not that there's really anything to worry about just now. Tony says, and Tony, hello. Mount Taranaki. Is that true? Is that right? Or are you just winding me up? Oh, it is okay. Mount Taranaki. It sounds Japanese, or is that like a Maori type of name? Taranaki. So you can still see it. I mean, even in the distance. Wow. That's amazing. That's really cool. It looks like the weather's gotten a little bit better anyway, so that's not so bad. By the way, guys, some of you will have access to the VIP voice. I'm on there right now, so if you do want to drop in and say hello live on voice, please do so. If you're a content creator, you'll definitely have access to that. Oz is a beautiful place to fly. Yeah. Well, are we technically in Oz though? We're in New Zealand. Bubba says, I think you have the old version enabled to get TOC TOD markers. I have, yeah, I do have the old version actually, because I got, there's an update. I saw that there was an update there. So does that mean I shouldn't really trust that? I mean, I'll do a descent calculation anyway. I know we got to be at 2,000 by. Let me have a look. Sorry, got to get our blues back here. Let's have a look. So show you what we're looking at. So we're coming in through peaks. So we got to be above 11,000 at peaks, above 7,000 at blunt, and above 6,000. So I could probably probably calculate from blunt 7,000. So if we go to descent, so we're currently at 38,000. We want to go to 7,000, and it's 97 nautical miles to that. Round up to 100. Let's call it 101. And I'll see how this compares to the top of descent marker. So what did I say? Blunt, yeah. So if we go fix blunt, do that one, and we want, let's call it 101. So based on the flight calculation, that's actually considerably earlier than the top of descent marker. So that's interesting, actually. Like by a good 20, 40 miles possibly. Interesting. 86 nautical miles is good? Okay. We could put it on 86, I mean. Well, the calculator said 97, so even if I put in 97, that's a bit closer, but one roll is 100 nautical miles for 280k descent. Well, I'm assuming, I mean, I'll take your word for it, but I'm assuming that the calculator is kind of doing that. It's taking my speed and my altitude. You have no hard constraints, so I would just calc with the IAF. Yeah, fair enough. Bubba says some judicious use of speed brakes might be required. Dan says Oz brings me luck. Last time I flew in my Ryanair, my flaps, my gear randomly deployed, and you sent me into a stall. Sounds like you'd be perfect for a Ryanair, Dan. And Tony says he can't get on any chat room. Well, there's the 20. If you just your Discord here. Make sure you've got an invitation to there. So if you click on there, I think you have to agree to terms and conditions, and then you'll be able to get into the pub. So if you say hello in the pub, I can change your status there, and you can get into the chat. Dark says time for work. Safe flight. Bye all. Dark, thank you so much. Have a good day, mate. Hope it goes okay. Dan says, oi! Just a little wind up for you, mate. Nick, maybe because Ryanair ain't supported to fly in us. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, work on a Saturday. Yikes. Yeah. I've done it. Even in my current job, I've done it. When certain situations arise, sometimes we have to, unfortunately. The difference is I don't get paid any more money for it. I just have to do it. We're having a WoW battle here. Oh, man. Oh, there he is. Right, see you, Tony. Okay, you should now see the VIP voice, Tony, if you want to drop in. Bubba says there is never enough money to cover working. Yeah, I know. It's the pain for us right now is just the price of groceries is so expensive. Having a family right now is really expensive. And I'm do okay. Well, not as good as I used to because of all the inflation, but I do reasonably okay. But I mean, people that are like barely above the poverty line, I really don't understand how they can cope. It's so hard right now in Britain, and it's the same in Canada as well, from what I've heard. Hello, is that you, Tony? Yeah, not bad. How are you? How's things? Yeah, you guys complain a lot though. What's the temperature right now? Yeah. Oh, you can't hear Tony. Hang on. Sorry, I hadn't jacked you in, Tony. So you were talking away. The guys couldn't hear you, right? So say hello to the guys, Tony.
Hey guys. Hi everyone. Hi Nick. Hi Bubba. Hi Lex. So it's about, we were just about the temperature, so it's about 16 here at the moment.
That's not bad.
16 Celsius, by the way.
So a lot better than the typically 1 or 2 above we get in Scotland, and sometimes dropping down to -10.
Fair enough. Hey Lemon. Yeah, Bubba's probably in the colder part of Australia.
Oh, right, yeah. So what? Because I'm a bit ignorant about this. So how do different regions compare? I take it is the Gold Coast fairly warm? Is that?
Gold Coast is warm, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're talking the area where Shane, the Wales Flight Sim, is from.
Yeah.
So where he is, it's actually lovely. He was saying the other day, he was on a stream and he was actually sweating because it had been such a hot day, and the rest of Australia is really cold.
So I guess Gold Coast must be like it'll be like what Florida is to the rest of the United States. I suppose it's always typically quite warm.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the further, but for you guys, I guess it's the further south you get, the colder it gets. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Because we're getting closer to Antarctica. So yeah, Bubba's just said it's not cold here. There's no white stuff on the ground. That's fair enough too. It's fair enough too.
No, that's just his graphics card. He says.
Now, I'm right
is
behind
1,000.
you, by the way, Will.
Oh, are you? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. How'd you manage that?
I snuck up on you in
Oh,
the
wow.
787. So.
I can't see Nighthawk anywhere though. Oh no.
Yeah, I can see him. Yep, he's there. I'm actually watching you both on the Lantern as well, so the two of you are like very, very close together.
That's strange. So I can see you now, but he's dropped off. That's weird. Wonder why.
You are pretty close.
It's just this darn multiplayer. It's very, very finicky. That's probably what the problem is. He's too close, and so he's disappeared naturally.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Good old flight sim. Good old flight sim.
Oh man, I hope they fix this in 2024.
Absolutely, yes. That was actually something everyone was saying the other day. Was as long as they don't do what they do with the betas, which is you're not going to be able to. It'd be nice if you could actually have the 2024 multiplayer and the other.
I found him, Tony.
Together.
I found him. He says ahead and below. I was looking up too high. There he is.
Oh, okay. He snuck ahead here.
He's cut underneath. He's flying 33,000. So look at the terrain here. Wow. Look at the mountains.
Yeah. It's a beautiful place, New Zealand. I've actually only just come back from a holiday from there, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Yeah, it's striking. Really striking.
Don't ask, I'm not sure if Oz Flight Sim is here, but don't ask him about Queenstown.
Queenstown.
That's another story.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's another story.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's any, I mean, we got to be careful on the stream because if it's anything that could be potentially embarrassing or humiliating for Shane, then we absolutely have to talk about it.
Oh, of course, absolutely. yeah. No, for sure.
Oh, you couldn't climb above 34? Oh, right. Okay.
I'm just waiting for a comment. I want to see if Shane's there before I start talking while he's not listening.
Right. So the question is, do I trust the top of the descent marker or do I?
The mountain magnet. That's what
Mountain magnet.
said. That pretty much says it all.
Fantastic.
Yes, he had an altercation with a mountain on a couple of...
Oh,
drinks.
right, okay. Yeah, I mean, my happiest memory of Shane is when he had an altercation with a skyscraper in Vancouver. While he was flying around and almost bragging about how much he knew about Vancouver as he's flying the plane around, and then smashed the plane into a building.
Okay, I missed that one. I'm gonna have to go back.
That's
and watch
going
that
back.
one.
It's going back a while. It could be. I think it's a couple of years. I'm talking. But it's funny. It was GA flight going up to Vancouver. Which he, as you know, he spent time in real life for a year or so. So he said, "Oh yeah, you know, down here this is where I was living, and this is where I was going to work." And bang!
Straight into the building.
Oh, it's class. I love it. You trust the TO? You can trust the TOD marker in the FB. Okay, right. I will do it then. But I just wanted to see how the calculator and the TOD marker agreed. But I would suspect the calculator might have a bit of contingency in there. London Wolf, so that's possibly why. But yeah, we'll what's the difference? There's 15 miles difference between them, so it's quite significant. But we'll see what happens. I'll trust it. Bubba says, yeah, that was the last time I ever saw him fly. Oh, he did it in the 777. Oh dear. Oh dear. I take it that was that the what do you call it? Was that Captain Sim 777? I remember he was flying that around for a little bit. Bubba said must have built a new building since he left. Yeah. Absolutely.
Cap Sim.
Right. So, under normal circumstances, I'd be starting my descent now, but I'm going to wait the 15 miles for the new TOD marker.
That little hook thing, is it?
Yeah, that's it. If you can see there, so it's, and then there's a top of a climb is kind of the opposite way, so it kind of juts out that way and then hooks up.
Right. Well, I'm in the 787-800, the one that just came out from, was it Cairo?
Oh yeah, I saw someone flying that on stream the other day. Is it really good?
It's the standard 787. They've just put a smaller body onto it. So, but the insides is
it's a different
the old.
It's a different fuselage.
It's a different fuselage because it's smaller.
Right.
But the insides, the cockpit and everything are the 787-10.
Just the same.
So
okay, so they've not done anything on
the 10.
They've not changed the avionics or anything like that. It's just basically right.
No.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you've got to have the 787-10 to actually get it. So
yeah, which I don't actually.
Got to get.
But yeah, I may get it, but I'm not desperate. I mean, there was no point. I knew when Flight Simulator came out that there was no point in the deluxe version to get the extra aircraft because all the stock aircraft they're stock aircraft. They're going to be okay, but nothing fantastic. So I never saw the. Never saw the value, and I didn't really care about the extra crafted airports and all that kind of thing. But see, now with the avionics updates, I'm getting a little bit more intrigued about it because that's one thing I never expected from Asobo was that they were actually going to invest time to improve the default aircraft, which is amazing. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
They've never done that before historically. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's excellent. They've done a really good job. Sorry, I've just realised one of my fuel pumps wasn't on. So it's just... Oh, and my APU is going. Crikey, anything else I've forgotten?
Dan says Captain Scam.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're cheap. They don't price them, you know, like they're fancy, though. Unlike some other companies that we won't mention, but you charge like up to 30 quid for something that's completely borked.
Rubbish. Yes. Yeah. No, I know who you mean. I know exactly who you mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, when you've got PMDG and as you said, they've updated the 7.4 and the 7.8, and they're flying really nicely. I mean, our Boeing expert, Mr. Fozzie. Bubba's our Airbus expert. Fozzie's our
Go
Boeing
on,
expert.
Flight Simulator. By God.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
That's
sorry,
pretty
go ahead.
impressive.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
No, I'm just watching your screen and I'm just seeing what you're looking at.
It's stunning. Stunning. Awesome. Every day.
I mean, my personal belief, and I'll get into trouble from New Zealanders for saying this, but I think the South Island is actually more beautiful than the North Island, but people will criticise, probably throw me over the edge if they hear me say that, but you get all the really nice stuff down here, but you know, things like what's it called, the fjords and so forth are all down here.
Yeah.
But as I said, it's just a beautiful place in general.
I think we just blew past our top of the sun. Okay. Oh, we're having such a good time.
I'm just having a look where you are. Right. Okay.
I'll probably have to put in a hold at some point. We'll see how we get on. I'll tell you what I haven't done though. Oh, destination data. I thought I did. Oh. Okay. Arrival. No, we need to do that. What we haven't done is the performance. Q&H. Let's see here. Sorry guys, I'll be right with you. 1001. Temperature is 9 degrees. Not too bad. And winds are 020 at 2 knots. 020 slash 02. Barrow. I don't know why it's saying it doesn't have destination data. It's really weird. Okay. So we need to go charts here. I'm just going to do this offline. Ooh, it's high. 1730, folks. One, 7, 3, 0. So the elevation in Christchurch is actually quite high. I think I'll do full flaps.
Oh, sorry.
Right, I think that's happy now. I definitely have, I've got the airports, right, catching up with the chat here. Bubba says, yeah, the airports was the thing for me at the beginning. Yeah, sure. Lemon Wolf says, I don't think it was worth $30. No, I agree. Bubba says, oh, that was one for you, Tony. He says, I work for a New Zealand company. Trust me, it's tribal, north-south.
Oh, yes. Very much so.
Dan says, do we have the Metar TAF bot for Nightbot? No. We are, but I'm looking into it. It was brought up. We're going to look at a few improvements to make in Discord and on the chat at some point. So, yeah, we'll definitely look into it. Why it's better to use radial set at 200 feet. Yeah, fine. Yeah, unless you're flying in the States and you're getting interfered with by 5G. Did you hear about that, Tony?
No, what was that?
So they brought in 5G in America for mobile phone service.
Right. Yeah.
But the band that they're using on interferes with radio altimeters.
Oh, for God's sake, really?
And so they were saying,
Oh.
well, can we just put black spots around the airports so you can't have 5G there? And the FCC was like, no, we're going to do that. You're going to have to work out a solution. So, long story short, they were all given, like, I think a couple of years notice. You're going to have to upgrade your equipment. And of course, post-COVID, that's an easier thing to do than possible with the supply chain issues and everything that's going on. So Delta's having to ground something like 40 airplanes because they just haven't had time to upgrade the radio altimeters.
Oh, for God's sake.
So
I've got to ask Bubba because he'll be the one who knows.
And they actually asked they asked the U.S. government if they could delay it a bit longer because of the supply chain issues. They're like, no, it's going ahead. So they'd rather have people have 5G service in the airport restaurant than airplane landing safely. That's kind of how I read it. It's very bizarre.
I mean, we have 5G. Is that something we have?
We
Bubba,
do, but
have we got that problem?
we have it in Britain, but it's a different radio band.
Ah, gotcha.
Because it's from one country to the next. It depends on what bandwidth they actually broadcast it on. So I think part of the problem with the States is they have a lot of bandwidth reserved for CB radio, system span. That's still very active there.
Right.
It's well used, so that's actually a big chunk of the radio bandwidth they can't use. So they're having to go higher, and I think that's why it's potentially impacting the radio altimeters.
Gotcha.
Oh, it's the power. It's not the band. It's the power level. Okay, maybe I misunderstood them. I'll have to look into it. Yeah, I am speaking off the cuff, but that was my rough understanding. Whoever planned that is a real genius. Yeah, tell me about it. On the positive side, we have 5G with Vodafone, and it's very fast. Yeah, but I mean, I got a 5G phone. 4G, 5G. I'll be honest with you, that doesn't really impact my life. The only thing I could say potentially is 5G would be very handy if you're doing like live streaming for, say, plane spotting or something like that. You want to broadcast using your phone as the main connection to the internet. Then yeah, that probably is a big deal. But in the grand scheme of things, like what the hell do I need to download at 5G speeds? Nothing. I just need to be able to text people. Watch YouTube if I want, which doesn't need that kind of bandwidth anyway, and possibly, I don't know, have a phone call. So I just don't get the obsession with people just wanting, faster and faster speeds on mobile phones. Just don't get it.
Yeah. Yep. It's so they can download their porn faster, mate. That's what it is.
There you go. You heard it here first, guys.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like actually the fly-by-wire has improved greatly. It looks like it's actually calculated the descent profile altitudes, so I don't have to punch those in because that used to be a real pain with this airplane. It's putting us at 1900 for, that's strange. At Albad. Weird. When Wolf, I'm loading in right now, and my lord, it takes a long time to load this in. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, 2024 will be quicker. They have said that. Bubba says, same here with 5G. I expect I started to grow a second head. Or if you're searching the flatwings in Google, that would need 5G. Yeah. Time to bump up your TikTok game. No, sirree. No, not allowed to use it. My work will not let me use it. They don't want me anywhere near Chinese technology or software. Wish I was joking. Right. So it's saying 8,000 for blunt. Now that could be challenging. We'll see.
28 nautical descent.
Anyway. So 1001 on the barrel. think we might have to hold it blunt for a sec, so let's... Actually, where is there a proper hold place? That's the question. Yeah, it is blunt. Yep. Okay, blunt. Where are you? Blunt. Hold. Insert. There you go. That'll give us time to get down to the 8,000 we need. Just descended a little bit late. You can see a bit of terrain up ahead. Interestingly, even though there's a lot of bit of terrain here, it looks like it's still actively being used for farming, though. Which is kind of cool.
You're... I'm trying to see where you are. Yeah, you've got to remember there's a lot of sheep. I'll get into trouble for saying that.
Well, that's, you got a lot of sheep, a lot of lonely guys in the south there. So just make sure you're at 3,000 for your final approach. A little high isn't, but alright, yeah, fair enough. Good to know. We'll pick up the ILS anyways. Doesn't really matter for a little bit high. Christian, I'm glad social media activities went straight past me. My Facebook is deleted. Never Twitter, never Instagram, never... Yeah, I know. I do have Facebook, Christian, but mainly it's to keep in touch with family in Canada, because without that it would be really hard to... just to know what everyone's doing and how they're getting on, and it's nice when I do get to meet family. I kind of have a rough idea of what's happening in their life, and it's really useful for me that way. But apart from that, I despise Facebook, and I don't need to know if the guy down the street is washing his dishes and he hates it. I don't care about any of that crap. So.
That's fair enough. I love Bubba's comment. We're men and men are men and sheep are just scared.
That's it. Dan says I'll have only mine for keeping in touch with friends. Yeah, exactly. I'm anti-meta as well. I don't have WhatsApp. I sometimes have to get it temporarily, but I always delete it again because I can't stand it. TikTok is just a non-starter for me anyway. So, well, I'll tell you what, there's worse places to do a hold. Look at that. Oh, wow. Oh, isn't that lovely? Lemon Wolf, he's the same. Don't care for social media. I have Twitter, and I may use it once a month, maybe, but I haven't. I'll tell you what, if you use Twitter, you might as well use it while it's still around, because I don't think it's going to be around much longer. I think, Meta was always a no-go area to try and take on Twitter directly, but now he is. Zuckerberg is, I think they call it Threads.
Yes.
Yes. Because, we need yet another Facebook app. But I actually think that that's a threat to Twitter. I think that's a massive threat to Twitter. Because if it integrates with Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp, why do you need Twitter? Why have a separate application altogether? Don't know. And if people who like Twitter will generally use the other social media stuff, right? I think. In fact, I think part of the problem right now, why I think Twitter is really under threat, is if any other company is providing the same kind of functionality, Truth Social being the exception, because that's for retards and crazy men. But people are, I think they're starting to get like application fatigue, like they don't want all these different applications to do all these different things. They want things in one place. So I actually think this new Threads thing, that's pretty much Zuckerberg. He's put Twitter on notice. He's like, you guys better up your game, or you're out. We're going to take over. And I think they will. Dan says, yeah, they allow scams. Yeah, they do. I know. And that's, partly it's because it's not that they're allowing it, they're just lazy and they don't want to invest the money to have to control that kind of stuff. And why would they, right? But you gotta point the real finger of criticism is at our governments, because our governments aren't legislating it. They're not holding these guys over the coals like they should do, to make sure that they're protecting us. And that's what I find really frustrating. Okay, looks like we are good to leave the hold now, so we can exit that. And hopefully, now I've armed that exit, it should just fly out of it and continue on path. I love this plane. Love it, love it. And it's completely free, Tony.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, man, it's so good. I love the PMDG, don't get me wrong, but it's refreshing to come back to this.
Oh, did I? No, I didn't. It's okay. I thought I'd missed top of drop, but I didn't. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
No, it's okay. I didn't.
You're all good?
I'm going to be holding as well by the look of it, according to the flight plan.
So there you go. Now I missed. I blew the top of descent anyway, but I'll do this again and I'll go by the marker. But I still reckon that my contingency marker with the descent calculator was probably the better one. But I guess we'll have to find out.
Yeah, I think
right. I'm just going to alert the cabin crew to make sure that they're getting ready and we'll get the seatbelts on.
I've got like an 8 shape in my flight plan that I can see.
Cool.
Where am I? Go back to legs.
Just want to see if that hold clears. Oh, Kevin! Hello, forgot that was the stream today. Likely story, Kevin. Likely story. How you doing, mate? Great to see you around. How you been? Looking forward to see you next week. Landing light APU to start. Well, landing lights can go on. APU. Now, I used to do that in back in the level D days. We used to put the APU on, but. I mean, in Britain, they don't really turn that APU on until they're down the ground. I know the reason for starting it is just to have a contingency. Yeah. Likewise, Kevin. Likewise. Oh, SOP. Is that what you're on about? Okay. Well, you know what? If it makes you happy, mate. I don't know what's happening with the speeds there. Okay, it's starting to descend again anyway. You know what? This is for you, Bubba. This is for you, mate. Okay. Yes, we can has APU. There's Nighthawks well ahead of me now. Where are you, Tony? Oh, you're still behind me. Okay.
I'm behind you, yeah.
That's the other thing I've been noticing. I'm getting this little artifact on the MFD, and I saw it on another stream as well, but it was on the Phoenix. It just the MFD seems to glow with a big white outline around it every now and then. I'm not sure if it's the avionics update that's done it. It's not like horrible, but it just every now and then you just see it's glowing white. It's very strange. And there's Stu. Says, hi all, Willy Canuck. Love the hat. Yep. That's because we're in New Zealand, mate. I gotta blend in with the locals here.
G'day, Stu.
And Brett, there's Brett as well. Good day, Willy and crew. How you doing, Brett? Great to see you. Christian says he's never had that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what's causing it, but it's definitely not just me that has seen it.
G'day, Brett, too.
Oh, I think the weather's starting to build in now. Lovely. This is a new thing. Don't know what that means. Nick says it's to do with the AU2 update in Xbox, something they forgot to take out. Oh yeah, I thought I might have had something to do with the avionics update. Disregard the duel. Okay. For me, it appears every flight when I change views. Oh, okay, let's try that. Woo! It'll make you sick. Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time, just intermittently. Bring the landing system in here. Okay, I'm just going to check rad nav. 106, 109, that's all set. That is fine. Cool, cool. And we want 210 knots at Upton. And at the moment, we're looking good on profile. Perfect. So I'll tell you what, this fly-by-wire is really up to its game. I'm probably a safe thing to say it's not anything up to the Phoenix, but it's not far off. It is not far off, guys. Stu says, I see you got the F-14 Tomcat. Oh, Brett plays, yeah. Is that the DC Designs did that, I think. Did they? Right. Okay, while we're doing that, I'm just going to do a quick calibration on the rudder there. That's done. Brett says I have the DC Designs AB models. Well, cool. Is it good? How do you find it, Brett? I mean, I can remember when it first came out, it was all the rage. Everyone was going, blah, F-15, wah, and everyone was flying it on stream and yada yada, and now you don't even, you barely hear about it anymore nowadays. It's not shiny and new anymore. You sound deep in thought, Tony.
I think I've got an error in my flight plan.
Ooh.
Which I am just reading now.
The Super Tomcat is great, needs more liveries. Yeah, fair enough. Well, good. Well, I was glad to hear that.
Actually, I'll just leave it. I'm going to be in hold, but I'm about to fly straight over you, which is the bit I don't understand.
Okay.
I think there is a problem, but I'm not sure what it is.
Let's see if I can see it or not. Nighthawk looks like he's not far from final. Wow, it's
wants to take me for loops. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong.
Is this you flying the PMDG?
No. This is the standard.
Oh no, you're flying the Airbus, the 78 Dreamliner. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about that one.
He wants to take me for a double loop. He wants to take me for a double loop for some reason, so I'm not really quite sure why. Unless it's
Nighthawk says there's another 339 on final as well. Interesting.
See what it actually said.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a low visibility ops here.
2,500.
F-14D is made by Steve. Oh, so it's different. Oh, it's on the marketplace. All right. Is it? And is that good? Is that the one that's good, or are they both good? Is DC Design's good and that one's good too? Okay, arm localizer. As we get closer. Right, final checks here. We should be slowing down to 110. So I'm going to bring in one stage of flaps. We're going to arm. Flaps 1 full. Yep, gear down. Yep, that's fine. Auto brake. We got 10,000 feet. Don't need it. I will do this manually.
Hey Brett, yes it is me.
And we are 7 miles. Ooh, not far to go. So I think we're going to bring that gear down now. And we'll bring that speed down to 160, please. Six miles. And I can't see a thing. I'm on the way in, Nighthawk, so hopefully you're down.
Monitor vertical speed.
Monitor verb. Oh, come on. Oh, I've not put it on approach. Forgetting all sorts of things. I forgot to put arm the approach mode. I was on localizer.
Of conflict.
Yeah, okay. I'm going around. Tony, you might come in before me.
Oh no, I've got a long turn to go. And I've got two of them. I've got like an 8 shape, so this could take a while. You'll probably finish the stream before I land, the way this is going.
Yeah, we're going around. You've come out of managed speed. Yeah, I know I have. Yeah, that's fine. No, it all was because of the approach. So I've completely blown off the glide path. There's no way I was going to get back to it. So we'll just do a nice little circle about. Actually, I can probably just do it here. Oh, no. Wrong one. Let's go to that one, please. Where's the bug gone? Oh, I think I found a bug in the plane, actually. Oh, 016 plus 180 is 196 is what I need. Careful on your turns, you have high terrain. Okay, yeah, we'll do. Can't see a damn thing, actually. Let's put the train radar on. There we go. Okay, I'm now on a downwind leg, Tony. So if you're let me know if you're turning final, and I'll.
Oh, I'm miles away.
You're miles away. Okay.
I'm like way above you. I can see you way over the other side.
Okay, no worries. It's not much to look at. It's completely covered in here.
Oh, I've gone clear sky, so I can see everything.
Oh, that's cheating.
I'm turning, and I think I'll be able to start descending shortly. So
yeah. Okay. Cool.
it slowed me right down though. I was doing 2 something or other, and now I'm doing 210.
I think we're gonna have to put in a
slowed me
VOR.
right down.
Yeah. If you got a chart handy, check the MSA. Yeah, I will. I do. It's 2,000 actually. For this approach anyway.
Thank you for that. I only have entered 3, so I'll change that to 2.
Well, don't take my word for it. I could be completely wrong. But out of Dubu, it's a 2,000 platform to intercept the ILS. 3,000 at Ubdan. So I think it's Ubdan where you might have a bit of problems. Anyway, equalizer. Oh, think. 115.3, guys. Let's try that one. Okay. Train radar looks clear at the moment. Oh god, how we change VOR on this again? I can't remember how to do this. How do I tune in a manual VOR? That's the question. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I gotta read out from here. Okay, I'm good. Right, I'm gonna turn base mate if you're okay for me to do so.
Yeah, go for it. I'm still up way high. I'm just about to go to top of descent, so...
And this time I'll arm the approach mode so we don't make that mistake again. Turning base 9 miles. I won't take it all the way up to 1.6. I'll take it up to 360, give me a bit of an intercept. See how that does. Oh, handy. I'm looking at NavGraph charts, seeing 7100 northwest 53. Yeah. Nothing on the train radar at the moment, mate. So I think I'm okay. Let's try this again. I think I'm gonna flying my gear up the whole time as well. Silly boy.
Okay, we're at top of descent. Thank God for that.
Okay. Intercepting localizer, take it down to 180. And this time, we'll actually descend when it hits the glide path. Oh, what a day. Oh, there's Nighthawk. There, I got my airport marker. I can see Nighthawk on the ground. Okay, let's do final checks. Speed brakes are armed. No auto brake today because we got a nice long runway. I think we're okay. APU is on because Bubba wanted it that way. Which is all good. Okay, we're approaching the glide path. Ding the crew again. Six miles. Dropping gear. Flaps 2.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
We'll just go to manage speed, I think. It's fine. I'm at flaps 2, Dan.
100 above.
Don't you start shouting out your flap rings to me, mate. You've already... I don't need a verbal flap ring indicator. Okay, we're on our way down now. Flaps 3. Lights on, everything's good. I think we're good to go. A lot of glare outside, which is making it really hard to see those screens. And 3 miles, we'll go flaps full. Stable configuration. Verify the setting. Yeah. Here we go.
$1,000.
I can't see anything. I'll tell you what, even if we can't see it, I'm just going to see if the airplane will land itself. Oh dear. You don't want to lose an engine without the APU up. Yeah, fair enough. Main reader off, I think we're okay there. Oh, I'm starting to see ground. That's a good sign. Okay, here we go, guys.
500.
Would this be cat oh god, I'm the wrong person to ask him.
400.
There we go. I have lights.
300. 300.
I have control.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
Bit of a hopper. Ooh, that was... Alright, reverser's coming in. Alright, which way's the terminal? That's the question. I think it's off to the right. Reverser's off. Yeah, I bounced a bit on that one for sure. But it wasn't too heavy a bounce. Don't feel horrible about it, but it wasn't my cleanest landing. See if we can find where Dan went. And welcome to Christchurch, everybody. This is a special add-on steering from Orbix, available in the, if you go to the show notes, there's a link to Orbix there as well. So we're going to have a quick look around the airport. Very foggy today. Walked away from it, it's all good, yeah. Oh, we more than walked away from it, mate. I mean, I've experienced landings like that in real life, so. Like I said, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I think it's a bit disorienting with the low visibility, but we got there. See, there, Kevin says not bad. Thank you, Kevin. At least someone's... there! That's that! See it? Did you see it, guys? The whole MFD just kind of came up with a white line around it. Really weird. And... go for stand 28 here. That give us a gate? Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, I got all my lights on. All my lights. I got all the lights. Don't want to blind them. Okay, here we go. Yeah, low vis raises the pucker level. It absolutely does, Bubba. It really, really does. Oh, there's Stu in a F-14. Although I don't have the F-14, so I don't know what it's going to look like. Yeah, it does. Anything that, you know, is what I'd say not a milk run type of flight that throws you off, whether it's low visibility or high winds, you know, it's always going to change things up. But that's what makes it fun, I think. Gives you a bit more challenge. I think we're probably good there. Kill the engines. And there's Nighthawk right beside me. And we'll turn the seatbelt lights off, and we shall get the jet bridge out, and everyone can get off and go away. We did it! Yay! First landing into Christchurch, I couldn't see a thing, Tony. Typical, eh? Anyway, yeah, we'll see. While that bridge is coming out, let's take a look at the scenery here, guys. So this is, publisher escapes me, but it's available on Orbix.
New Zealand Simulations.
Thank you, Tony. So it's always handy to have a second-hand guy, second in command on the Vox. Yeah, so as I suspected, I'm seeing a bonanza, but there's Stu. In the detail on this, I will actually now clear the weather so that you guys can get a good look at this. There you go. The detail in Christchurch is unbelievable. So we'll just take a quick fall back so you can see the whole airport. 3 runways, I think. Christchurch, 2 runways. So yeah, there's a 10,000 footer and about I think that one's about 5,000-ish feet. Lovely detail on the outskirts around the airport and everything like that. There's a really interesting kind of cargo. I think it's a cargo terminal, which is really cool. So if you want to do like a cargo, cargo ops or something like that, there's actually a proper dedicated area for it at Christchurch. And then working our way around the outside and coming in, we can see there's a lot of I would think these would be cargo holding areas, etc. Look at this bridge. Have you seen this bridge in real life, Tony?
Where are we? Sorry, where are we?
Christchurch.
No, I haven't been to Christchurch.
That's crazy.
I've been to Auckland.
Yeah, it's got one of these kind of art for art's sake type of designs on it, which is kind of neat. Anything else of note on the outside now? So we just got the main motorway. Obviously, this will take you into the airport. Working our way through the cargo areas, and we get into. I presume that'd be a hotel of some description. So we'll work our way back up to the terminal. I'm completely disoriented now. I have no idea where the airplanes are. Here's the terminal. Oh, look at that! It's like a Starlifter or something just sitting there. Starlifter or C5? Can't tell. I think it's Starlifter. And then get into the terminal. Of course, Novotel. Can't have an airport without a Novotel, which looks pretty funky. Looks like a fancy hotel. Look at the detailing inside the hotel. Well, we gotta see this at night, guys, eh? Let's see this at night. Look at that. Look at that. That is cool. I've never seen anyone do detail in the hotel. That's pretty cool. Oh, wow. Now it really comes to life. Look at the colors in the air traffic control tower there. I presume that's control tower anyway. Even some detailing inside the control tower. That is awesome. Look at that. And you can see through, there's like a arboretum style roof or something in the airport there. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. This is just nuts. Very detailed. Unbelievable. We got people kind of sitting there moving around. This is, Tony, this is one of the most detailed I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Do you hear that? There's airport announcements in the airport. I can hear them. Can you guys hear that? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. That is just obscene. Wow. Look at this, guys. Can you hear the announcements, guys? Is that coming through on the stream for you? It's really something, yeah. Who was the studio again, Tony?
New Zealand's NZ Simulations, I think it is.
NZ Simulations. You know what? Guys, NZ Simulations. Hand of applause. Wow. This is a gold standard for airports. The textures in here look amazing. I mean, the carpet actually looks like carpet. The wood looks like wood.
Have you had a look at Melbourne, Willie?
No, I
Melbourne's
haven't.
very, very similar.
Is that one to check out? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's the one. Bubba's just written it. NZAA simulations.
NZ right, perfect. Thank you for that, Bubba. Appreciate it. So a huge applause for them. Again, this is available on Orbix. Go check it out. It's just amazing. Just incredible. And then, you know, coming to the outside, look at that, guys. I'll bring it back into the daytime again. This is why we always take it to nighttime, because if you just wander through in the daytime, you're not necessarily seeing all the detail that you can possibly see. But yeah, this is really something. Really something. And a beautiful airport from the looks of it. So I'll definitely, if I get a chance in real life, to head over to Christchurch and see what this place looks like in first person. But yeah, some excellent detail. Multi-car parked garage there. Again, a little repetition there, but it does the trick. And I didn't really notice anything in the way of frame hits or anything like that, so that was really good. Excellent, well done. That's amazing. Absolutely cool. I'm just going to take some noises down a bit. So anyway, yeah, Tony, thanks for joining on today as well. It's nice to have a bit of company.
No worries.
And flying with us. Are you actually on the ground?
Yes, I'm just pulling up to the gate now.
Oh, there you are. I see you.
Trying to decide which gate.
Well, you don't look like a Dreamliner. Oh no, of course I don't have the deluxe version, do I?
Yeah.
You're just coming in as a...
Like?
I believe you look like a 737?
Yeah, it's what it looks like to me, yeah.
I think you look like a 737, yeah. Oh well, it's a Boeing. Just not the Boeing that you're flying. 22nd of July for Melbourne. Okay, thanks, Nick. Yeah, A320 again. I don't think I don't know. Okay. I'm too tired. Oh, I got errands to run anyway. Guys, thank you so much for coming on today. Huge thank you to everyone that donated as well. Which, if I can had easy access to see what those were. I'm missing my list, but I know Dan, you were in there. Bubba, I think Dark. If I missed anyone, I do apologize, but thank you so much for supporting the stream. It really helps. Makes things interesting as well, so we can do fun stuff like this.
Oh, after all that, I didn't turn the APU on, did I?
Did you not?
Oh well.
Oh well.
No, after all that.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you everyone for coming and watching today, and Tony, a big thanks to you for joining on Vox today, and we hope everyone has a lovely day. And on behalf of Tony and myself, we bid you a good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you were in the world, and we'll see you next time right here on Positive Rate. All the best, guys. Talk soon.